Alright guys, so we are back with some more Cyberpunk 2077 information. This time it's not going to be a late upload, so hopefully the video won't suffer. And the only reason those have been late uploads is that I tried the very least to do every other day content. And it just so happens that the days I'm uploading these last 2 days, the last 2 times we've done videos, just happen to be busy and those videos come out late. Once information starts ramping up for Cyberpunk 2077, either like closer to E3, at E3, or after E3, whenever, if we start getting information consistently, I'll switch to daily content for sure. But on to today's video, we have several different things to talk about: weapon mods, multiplayer, the new game that Projekt Red's working on, we got some decent information for that, and a potential leaked release date for Cyberpunk 2077. So first up, we're going to hop into a couple of tweets. This person asked the official Cyberpunk 2077 account, "I have a question, are you able to put weapon attachments on your weapons?" And they reply with, "Players will be able to customize weapons using a variety of attachments like sights or weapon mods." This for me is fantastic information, because this easily could have been an RPG where the guns and weapons don't matter that much. It could have just been like, you buy a new shotgun or loot a new shotgun or whatever, and that's it. Like, you can't customize it. It's just a shotgun. They're just submachine guns. They're just assault rifles. But being able to actually customize our weapons is going to be very, very awesome. Being able to customize our weapons will definitely add to that immersion aspect of the game, but also different player experiences. And hopefully, it's not like Fallout 4, where you're kind of limited on choices. Like, here's a large magazine, here's a quicker reload magazine, and oh, here's a magazine that does both of those things. I don't want that at all. Next up, we have this person asking about multiplayer and says, "Is there going to be a multiplayer or something like that?" To which they reply, "We plan Cyberpunk 2077 to be a kick-ass, single-player role-playing game with ton of hours out of the box. As such, the plan for the game you get at launch is to be fully closed single-player experience." This for me is slightly worrying because of the way they word that tweet. They say it's a kick-ass single-player RPG with tons of hours out of the box, and that it will be a single-player experience at launch. Which to me is kind of beating around the bush, but alluding to there maybe being a multiplayer at some point, because if there was no multiplayer plans for Cyberpunk 2077, they could just say that in that tweet. It's like, hey, is there going to be multiplayer for this game? They could be like, no, we plan on this being a single-player experience fully. Like, that's it, that's all. But they're not saying that. They're just saying lots of hours, lots of things to do single-player at the beginning of the game when it first comes out. So maybe they're going to add some sort of multiplayer aspect to this game, and what that could be, I'm not entirely sure. It's a first-person shooter game, so it's pretty easy to implement into multiplayer. Just add some team deathmatch, a couple objective-based game modes or something like that, and you're good. I absolutely don't want any multiplayer aspect for this game, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the tweet's just kind of worded weird, so I'll pass off to you guys. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. What do you think about this tweet? Is this tweet kind of alluding at there being a multiplayer, or am I just looking too much into it? Next up, we'll move on to this potential leaked release date. You guys already know it's a leak, grain of salt. I don't have to tell you these things. This leak comes to us from a rather small Finnish games retailer on Facebook. They claim that they got the release date from the publisher, and it's October 18th, 2019. This, of course, has since been deleted, changed, whatever. This is something that can add to the credibility sometimes when it comes to leaked release dates, because they deleted it. They got rid of it. So it's either they deleted it because they were wrong and didn't want to look stupid, or they had to delete it because they were leaking information. People have pointed out that the date is significant, however, because October 18th is when they actually launched the Cyberpunk website back in 2012. For me, this could go either way, because the date could either add or hurt the credibility of this information, because when you look into it, the date makes sense, but it also makes sense to the point that it seems like an obvious date to choose if you're just trying to gain traction to your website. Kind of similar to October 23rd for the Fallout series, the day the bomb is dropped in the lore, so everybody thinks something's going to happen every single year on October 23rd. This could be kind of a similar thing. This is when the website launched. It makes sense to launch the game then. My personal take on this is I think the date makes sense, because I believe with pretty much everybody else out there that we're going to see a release date at E3, of course, and I believe that it'll release later this year in the fall, and obviously October's in fall, and the date itself, October 18th, just kind of makes sense when you look into it. And this was all before I ever even knew that Projekt Red liked the way Bethesda handled Fallout 4, where they just kind of revealed it. Here it is, it exists, also it's coming out very soon, and they said they want to do something similar. Which they technically didn't do, because we've known about Cyberpunk since 2012, 2013, and also we got a big showing last year at E3, but no release date. But maybe what they mean by something similar is that when they're ready to show us a release date, the game's coming out within the next handful of months. So if they show us a release date at E3 this year, the game's going to come out later this year. And last up, we're going to talk about this unannounced game coming out sometime after Cyberpunk 2077, sometime during or before 2021. We don't know anything about the game yet, but the information we're going to look at pretty much confirms to us that it's going to be a Witcher spinoff. First up, we get some confirmation that whatever this new game is not a remake or a port or a definitive edition of Witcher 1 and 2 or something like that. Though I wouldn't mind if they did that, just so I could play those games, because I've yet to play them. I personally never even considered this game being a port or a remake of the previous Witcher games. I guess some people out there did think that or speculate that, so they're just kind of confirming it. I always assumed it was a brand new game. But the critical piece of information we have is from the president of Projekt Red, Adam Kiciński, who says, "We've never said the new AAA RPG is a new IP. We said it in our strategy that we have two franchises, Cyberpunk and The Witcher. That's it for now. So speculating about another IP, there's no reason to speculate another IP. We're working on 2 franchises, full stop. So if there's another game, it'll be Cyberpunk or The Witcher, nothing else. Now clearly this could just be something said to throw people off the trail so people aren't speculating what the new game could be, but like honestly, we can't even speculate. If it was a brand new IP, if we're just talking like if this is a brand new game coming out, something else, not Cyberpunk, not Witcher 3, we couldn't even possibly speculate what it could be, so I don't think that's what this is. Because, I mean, damn, Cyberpunk 2077 is a pen and paper game. Like, you could never even guess that somebody would make a video game about that. But if we are to believe him that it is going to be either Cyberpunk or Witcher related, this quote came out last year, 2018, which means that this game would at least be conceptualized or maybe even started development on, and I don't think it's going to be a Cyberpunk related game, right? Like, it's not going to be another game in the Cyberpunk series. We're just now getting the first game. So with that information, it pretty much has to be a Witcher spinoff. And I say spinoff because they claim that Witcher 4 is not really ever going to happen because Geralt's story came to an end with Witcher 3, which is kind of crazy, and I don't think that's the case because eventually they're going to have to continue Geralt's story because people like that series of games. As for what exactly a Witcher spinoff could be, I don't know enough about the lore to even really begin to speculate. And there's so much information to be gathered just from Witcher 3 alone. And I have played the shit out of that game, but I just don't remember every piece of lore out there. But I have heard people speculate about a series spinoff, which I'd be okay with. She was a good character from Witcher 3, so I wouldn't mind playing a game where she's the lead character. And also, really quickly, I don't agree with them that you can't do a Witcher 4 just because Geralt's story came to an end. Like, just because you're doing Witcher 4 doesn't mean it has to be a continuation of Geralt of Rivia's story. If they plan on continuing the Witcher series going forward, is it just forever going to be Witcher subname? Like, are they never, ever going to do a Witcher 4? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think we'll inevitably see a Witcher 4. Either way, guys, that's pretty much the video for today. I pass off to you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the potential release date, weapon mods, multiplayer? What do you think this new game is going to be? Is it going to be a Witcher spinoff? Do you think that they're just saying that to throw us off the trail? Do you think it's going to be a brand new IP altogether? Either way, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and want to stay up to date for Cyberpunk 2077 information. Turn on my notifications, follow me on Twitter at TheDashingDavid, at my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description, and in the outro. Later, guys. Hey guys, should I put Siri in the thumbnail of my Cyberpunk 2077 video? Maybe that'll give me some more views.
Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby, or at least less like a